If I had my way, everything would be so nice. This world would be like Paris. No, it would be a paradise. No one would ever have to say, I'm gonna get my wish someday. All one would have to do is say, this is my order, if you may.
Welcome to another episode of the School Without Walls. I'm the founder and host of this educational program. My name is Antonio Hobbs. So often people call it Anthony. That's not me. It's A-N-T-O-N-Y, Antonio Hobbs. And our purpose primarily is to do whatever we can to elevate the African American community economically, spiritually, and educationally. Not necessarily in that order. I think first it's spiritually, educationally, and economically. This is the order that I think it goes. Now, I want to thank four preachers, pastors who have done great work. The first one was Reverend Johnny Smith, the pastor of the Shallow Missionary Baptist Church, who had 40 men of character working under him. He was doing much of the work in the Dalloway School District. However, he did do some in the Pine Bluff School District. And then we have Reverend Hank Wilkins, who requested 200 men to work under him to work the Pine Bluff community, Reverend Jesse Turner and Reverend O'Neill. And I hope that one of you might call a group of men together and establish a unified curriculum. Here's some things that I wish you would consider. The African American male especially should have an understanding of the black experience and culture in America and in Africa. Many of us do not realize that many years ago when I was a child, African American history was not in the public school system. And it became a part of the public school system because African Americans matured enough to request it, and in some cases demand it. But what happened was the writers of the history were European Americans, and most of them started with slavery and came forward, which did not tell the whole story. My generation became scholars, and we are stressing the importance of you realizing the foundation must be established, and the foundation starts in Africa. So we want our young men to know about the experience of the family before they came to America. Number two, managing the family budget. We're careless in handling our money, and we must be trained. We just can't automatically do these things. Volunteering within a community, some community organization, do something, not expecting money in return. For exploration of career and educational opportunities. There are so many things that we need to learn to do before we come to college. Start making preparation early. Five, understanding the full responsibility of citizenship. In that, we want to be concerned about others. Certainly, we want to be able to register and vote. Number six, the study and application of biblical scriptures. And I have a few Bible trivia I want to share with you. Hope this will encourage you to go to church. Number one, what was the first thing Jesus did when the Pharisees and teachers made a public spectacle of a woman caught in adultery? I want to give you some multiple choice. Did he yield? Did he yell at the woman? Did he yell at the Pharisees? No. He scribbled in the sand and he ignored them. And of course, as you study further, he said, he without sin cast the first stone. Next one is, who ripped up the written word of God and threw it in a fire? Was it Jeremiah the prophet? Was it, I'll spell this name, it's called Jehoiakim, Jehoiakim, the king? It was Jehoiakim, the king. What did the Babylonian king, no, I don't want that one. How often should we pray? we're going to stop on this one. How often should we pray? Only in public when it is considered legitimate? Only when led by the Spirit? The scripture teaches us we should pray always. All right, so that's enough of Bible trivia. Now my guest, Miss
Camille.
Oh, I forgot to say Miss
Camille.
Camille Adams. She gave her name as Camille Adams. We're going to talk a little bit about some other things. We have a few more minutes in this. I understand you are a writer, do inspirational writing.
Yes.
Okay.
Do a lot of journaling.
Let me hear. Let me hear. We have about a minute, I think.
All right. It's not going to take long.
Let's hear we have 2 minutes. Let's hear one of your writings.
Okay. This one is called The Epiphany, the Light. I am a walking example. I realize that it's not my job to convert anyone to my frame of thinking. I understand now that people are going to do what they want, when they want to do it, and however they choose to do it. My responsibility is to let my light shine brightly, doing whatever it is my soul finds peace in doing. And in the midst of my light shining, someone gets encouraged, enlightened, stronger, braver. If they realize they are powerful and beautiful, then my true job has been completed. It's too tiresome, nerve-wracking, all-consuming to wonder if someone's understanding my light, my earthly message. My job is to glow like a candle. And when that candle glows, it doesn't bother itself with who receives the glow. Whoever wants to see it will come into the light, or whoever wants to understand it will come into the light. And in coming into the light, they will finally see what's been there all along, their light, their glow, their flow. And with all this light, just imagine how we all can take flight. Thank you.
Excellency. I like that. That works right in accordance with your natural hair. See, you're your own person. That's what it says to me. We will be back in just a few minutes after break.
Hello, my name is Latasha Cole, recent graduate of the University of Arkansas in Pine Bluff with a degree in Regulatory Science, Industrial Health, and Safety. I thought I'd be looking for a job right now, but with the help of my mentor, Alicia Farmer, and Career Services, I was able to land a position as a seed quality supervisor after training.
As a single mother, Latasha's motivation and determination helped her to earn 2 internships while on campus. UAPB can help prepare students like Latasha for the same opportunities.
UAPB prepared me.
Those of you who have just joined us, I'm Antonio Hobbs, host of this educational program called The School Without Walls. You might have noticed the prior program had the same guest. Camille Adams. She was so magnificent. I said we should go another program. I really did like the poem that you did.
Thank you.
And what we are doing now, we're reading poems. I'm a poet also, and I'll say it like this: I'm a poet. Perhaps you didn't know it, therefore I'm going to show it. I like to deal with rhythms, although you did one of more or less prose, right? Both have its, we do this according to our talents, but it tells a story. So I'm going to read this one that I've written called The African Boy Cries for His Mother. And I want you to comment on it as far as what I was thinking when I said that. As always, a code within a poem. I cry for my mother. I cry for my mother. It brings me so much pain, but I cry for my mother just the same. I need her. I wonder if she's been slain. I cry for my mother even though I don't remember her name. At times I felt that my cry is in vain. I cry for my mother from the depths of my soul. It makes me shame. But yet I cry for my mother. Sometimes I feel as though I'm going insane. My brothers and my sisters are crying too. Oftentimes we cry together, calling our mother, but she will not answer. Yes, our calling seems to be in vain. My brothers and sisters stopped calling because their voices grew weak. But I continue calling for my mother, thinking and believing that someday I would find her. I would say, Mother, you left us, I know, but you're not to blame. It was a power of evil that took you after our father had been slain. I cry for my mother. I cry for my mother. I do not understand clearly. But the need for my mother runs strong like blood in my vein, in my vein, in my vein.
I like that. Yes.
What is this author? What's on his mind?
Well, I mean, first of all, I commend you for writing it, for letting your emotions show. Because most men they'll write, but they're not too open with sharing it.
Okay.
And then another thing, you're in touch with your feminine side, your emotional side. You know, no woman, no drug, no food can fill that void that you're experiencing. You know, so you must have lost her at a young age, either mentally or physically. You lost her. You know, and to this day, you still feeling her. You still long for her.
I see.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful analysis. But the author was thinking about Mother Africa. Okay?
Yeah.
Mother Africa.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me hear another one of yours. You
Oh.
should have been ready.
Oh, okay.
You
I
put
thought I
your
was
book
just
down.
doing one. I'm
No,
sorry.
we want to swap them.
Well, that's a good analysis of
Yeah, that
of
was-
Mother Africa, but
yeah.
that's
But either way, yeah.
yeah, men feel that way too.
Well, that is good. I like the analysis you made. Now, while you're looking for that one, I'm going to do another one, okay? It's because of the TV time.
Okay.
Okay, you can listen to me, right? And I'm also doing it for the public out there. I had shared my book. This is writing that I've done, and I've shared it with people. They say, you need to do this on television
Yeah, you
sometimes.
do.
So I'm doing it for the public, too. And my theme song is If I Had My Way. It's dedicated to all children and all mothers. If I had my way, if you notice in the theme song, but I don't give the whole thing, so I'm going to give you the whole theme song. If I had my way, everything would be so nice. This world would be like Paris. No, it would be a paradise. No one would ever have to say, I'm going to get my wish someday. All one would have to do is say, this is my order, if you may. If I had my way, everything would be so nice. This world would be like Paris. No, it would be a paradise. If I had my way, the world would be as lively as a weeping willow tree in May. If I had my way, the babies would never cry. If I had my way, sweet mothers would never die. Yes, if I had my way, everything would be like Paris. No, it would be a paradise. No one would ever have to say, I'm going to get my wish someday. I'm going to get my wish someday. All one would have to do is say, this is my order, if you may.
Yeah.
What? Okay, we have 2 minutes to come in on that one.
Okay.
What was the author thinking?
Well, I said it's this hidden knowledge in these poems. So I mean, I'm clueless when
You're
it comes.
clueless
Yeah,
about
so who's come to that one?
I tell you what I was thinking about. I was thinking about so much poverty in the world, so much wealth. And if I had my way, I would balance that. You see, we have enough wealth in the world for everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
But it's not like that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of a utopian thing.
Okay.
You see? That's
Yeah.
basically what it's all about. Okay, Randy, we have a minute. Read yours.
Okay.
Let's hear yours.
This one is fly. Fly like you have never been grounded. Love like you have never been hurt by it. Cry like you can care less who's watching. Stand tall and strong like your life depends on it. Make love to your spouse like you used to before you had kids, leashes, and restrictions. Hug a stranger. Make someone feel special like you used to before your ego got too big for your britches. Talk to someone like you used to before you started worshiping your dogmas and your religions. For me, 2013 will be so epic. Releasing and expression is my journey. Forgiveness and acceptance of all that I am is my fortress that I will build this rock upon. Glory to the Most High.
That's wonderful, wonderful. I wish the public would make note of Camellia Adams' talents here and invite her to various occasions to speak for you. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people. Connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Those of you who just joined us, I'm Antonio Hobbs, host and founder of this educational program called The School Without Walls. My guest is Camelia Adams, and what we're doing is reciting poetry or expressing our talents. I have a poem here I want to read to you in the public, and I want you to tell me what you analyze it.
Okay.
It's the title is "Woman is the Light of Man," dedicated to all women. Woman is the light of man. Without woman, he's in the dark. He has no sight. Therefore, it is hard for this man to know what's wrong, what's right. Woman is the light of man. I went to Germany, France, and Spain. I found out there that most men believe the same. Although in Germany they said "mag nicht ich," meaning it matters not to me. But in old Paris they felt so differently. In France they said "le madame est de l'heure de l'homme." Woman is the light of man. And in Spain they said "la señorita es la luz del hombre." Woman is the light of man. In the poem.
Yes.
Okay, what was Arthur thinking about that?
Well, I like that.
Well,
yeah,
all
I said, you
women
think
are
to
like
come
that.
to a woman, yeah. But it goes off of, from my interpretation of, we are the balance to a man, you know, because men are sometimes more stern and more of a go-getter type person, and we're the most emotional and sensitive, you know. And so it could be like we're balancing you out.
That's very good analysis, because I was thinking, and I was thinking the role that woman plays throughout humanity. Like a lot of people do not understand that there's two natures. Like we're living in a day where something, I call it, it's satanic, is trying to make women achieve the status of manhood.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's an impossible task.
Yeah.
You see, for example, I don't care how much a woman loves her son, she can't raise him like to be a man, because she doesn't have any experience in being a man.
I would think the same thing.
So I was thinking along those lines, but she has a very positive role as a woman. See, Satan has tried to make her obligate that responsibility to become what she can never be, and that's a male. And it's done through men, of course. You know, men are pushing for that, like they're loco en cabeza, like they're crazy. So let's take an example. A woman is concerned about her husband or a man not getting hurt. More concerned than he is. Be careful. You know, you have a dangerous job. Be careful. Don't take those chances. That's important.
Yes.
He remembers that. Being a man, without that, he would probably take a chance that might kill him.
Yeah.
But he's remembering what his wife said.
Yeah.
Same thing about our children. Be careful when you cross the street.
Yes,
be
sir.
careful. I'm concerned. I wonder, where's a man? All the boy knows how to get across the street. You know?
Yeah.
So she is the light of man, you know. Plus she gives birth to man.
Yes.
You know.
Women, we're powerful, and the
and
biggest thing.
And it's women.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get women to understand. Not as men.
And we want to be equal. I mean, society pushes for us to be equal to a man. We want to do the same jobs and the same thing, but I don't want to be equal to a man. I mean, it goes to the point where I don't want to be responsible for doing what he can do. Like, I have sons, and I can teach my sons what I know as a woman, because that's all my perception is as a woman.
Right.
But they need their father to teach them how to be responsible, show them about their manhood, their sexuality, you know, as they get older. So a man and woman cannot be equal.
To make it tough too, because
we shouldn't be
hard
equal.
sometimes, right? I'm glad you see that, and I hope that influenced a lot of women who are confused. You cannot, it's very old saying, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. For example, I like to mention to our dear beloved Hillary Clinton. She was, what was her position? Secretary of State. Traveled all over the world, about to run herself crazy, and all these meetings and so forth. That was wonderful, but that was, a man could do that. So that didn't make her any more woman.
And we also have to realize that we have, society puts the notions on us that a man, he's supposed to do everything, the breadwinner, this and this, and we also taught that men don't have emotions. You know, we're taught that they're supposed to go and just do this, and they don't supposed to have any feelings about it. Men have emotions
too.
That's
not true, is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up. That is the Western Anglo perspective. Latin men don't have any problem with that feeling. Latin men do not have any problem. I'm going to share this with you. I was in the University, Murray State, Kentucky, and one of the classmates, father and mother, both were killed in a car accident. And we had a Cuban, Hispanic, who was Hispanic, Cuban teacher. And when he got the news, and he talked with us about it, and he said, I want you to weep with him. And he cried right there in the classroom, and he said, don't take this for a weakness. He said, I'm not a weak man at all.
No, that's not weak at all.
He said, but I have compassion for our brother who's lost his father and his mother. And but if that had been an Anglo, he wouldn't have done that, because it's contrary to the culture. Okay. Now let's hear your point.
Okay. I feel so honored.
We have 2 minutes. The final one. Okay.
All right. Let's make it good. Okay. I come with an open mind, a free, open spirit, and in return, an opened mouth. This road has been rough, but much needed and respected for this eternal growth of my mind. The darkness, the confusion, my isolation, my anger, my rage, my chaos within me has prepared me for what I see every day in my mind's eye. I see how dead, paralyzed, unused, misused, unprepared that we all truly are. I no longer think, see, feel, walk. Matter of fact, I don't even live the same. I want our women to realize that we have to take our mind from between our thighs and visit the amazing skylines sometimes to really visualize how prized we are universally wise. I know that without us, there is no we, there is no you, no peace, no harmony, no unity to build upon for future generations to come. I would no longer remain silent, numb, dumb to what my heart cries out for. I will be the voice for the voiceless. I will be the light in the midst of all darkness. I will always keep every part of me consciously open, never again to be transformed, conformed to no one way of learning, expressing, or experiencing what I feel is truly divine. I am life. I am love. I am spirit. I am flesh. I am bold, and I am compassion. I am that I am.
How about that? That is wonderful. That's a compliment to what I just read. Woman is the light of man. That is beautiful. Rhonda, how much time do we have here? We have 1 minute. So I'm going to close with I miss you so. Well, hello, darling. You can never know how lonesome I have been. I miss you so. You remember my work, how I loved it, to it how I cannot go. Remember, darling, you left me like this once before because I would not do my part of the show. I've learned my lesson. Come back to me. I'm tired of walking the floor. You might think that I am having a ball, my love. That's not true at all. If I don't see you soon, I am going crazy singing this tune. Darling, I'm looking for you just any day. The guitar I love, I cannot play. My only love, I'm sure of this one thing. from you, I cannot stay. Okay, this is the end.
Yeah, I like that.
This is the end of the program. And again, I thank you for being with me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.